Today, I am going to show you how it is possible to make $100 to $500 a day trading. These are two trades I took this morning on my live for my VIP members. Some of my members made a couple $100 this morning just off these two trades. I personally made $800 here, and I will show you how you can do the same. Now, I know life can get really busy. This is what is really cool about scalping, and this is why it's important to learn how to scalp if you have a busy schedule, because you can actually grab a couple trades a day and make a couple $100 a day. And over time, in a month there's 20 trading days, let's say. If you're making, $200, $300 a day, that's easily, 4 or 5K a month, just taking one or two trades in the morning. It's very simple. You can totally do it. I do it live for my VIP members, and this morning we made a couple dollars off of these trades here. I think I made about $800. So I will tell you exactly why I took these trades and how I took these trades. And the key important concept for the reason I took these trades is going to be loss of momentum. This is what today's video is going to be based around. Loss of mo. This is a really important subject today. Basically, what you need to do is you need to either add an MACD, like the one I have here. Here are my inputs, or any other indicator that will show you momentum of volume coming into the market. Because what you see on the charts may not actually be what is going to happen. For example, this is the whole reason divergence and concepts like that exist. Because you might be seeing price going down like this, but we might actually be losing momentum on the MACD on the way down. So for example, if price is falling like this is bearish momentum. This gap in between here is bearish momentum. As you can see, we're falling, but yet on the MACD, we're actually losing our bearish momentum. We're actually starting to become bullish. And as you can see, from this high to this high, we're actually gaining bullish momentum, losing bearish momentum. That's why I knew this flip was gonna happen. That's why I captured this trade here. And that's how I knew to take my profit here on this trade. And what's really cool is by using this, you can actually know where to take your profits and where to take your entries. So what's really important is also having a great broker. Especially if you're gonna be scalping, you're gonna wanna use some high leverage. And today I traded with Hango Trade. They have really good leverage, especially for some small accounts. You can get up to 500 leverage, which is gonna be really important when you're taking these quick scalps. If you wanna sign up, my link will be down in the description below. So what's really important to understand is if on the chart we see price moving higher, but yet on the MACD we see price moving lower, this actually shows that, yes, we know that price is moving higher, but we're kind of losing momentum. It's like if you were to see, a rocket ship moving higher, right? Like pretend this is the trajectory of a rocket ship. Let's say we're moving higher, but yet if we look at like the fuel chart, let's say we had a chart for the fuel and we saw our fuel was going down, but yet we're moving higher. That actually tells us we're running out of fuel, so we're not going to be able to keep going higher. And that's how we can predict the market coming down. And this is the same thing. Down here, this MACD is pretty much like our fuel chart. This shows how much fuel we actually have. And let's say, we can do the same thing for the opposite. Let me just clear this chart for a second. So if we're going up like this, right? We're going up. This is the rocket ship going up. So we're going to want to see our fuel, our bullish fuel go higher with each step. So, we see the fuel is kind of steady. We see a lot of fuel coming right here, which is good. But then we see, from this point to this point, where price is just moving sideways, we see a lot of our fuel just kind of get lost right here. I think we used most of our fuel right there. And as you can see, because of that, we had this crash. And that's how we can actually predict what is going to happen in the market. So this morning when I took this trade here, I knew we were running out of fuel from the bearish side, so I knew this trade was going to be a quick trade because we're eventually going to flip, which we did. So I knew to take my profit right here because I knew that the rocket couldn't keep going. We couldn't keep going further down, so I knew that I would have to take my profit here at this bottom. Now the same thing can be used when you're actually taking the trade. So when I actually entered this trade, right here, as you can see, we started running out of fuel on the chart right here. See, we started going lower and lower and lower. So we were running out of that bullish fuel. So I knew I could take a sell right here and quickly capture that, which I did. And the same thing here, right? The market was going up. So I knew, we were going to go up because of all that loss of momentum. And we started getting some green fuel into the market. See how all this green MACD is a lot more than all this red? Because we started running out of that bearish fuel and we started getting more bullish fuel. So as you can see, right here, we were wearing out of this red fuel, and then I took a buy and ran it right up to where I wanted to take profit. So it's really simple to actually take these quick scalps when you kind of can realize where the fuel is at. So here, for example, we can just take a look what's going on right now. We could probably predict what's going to happen. So price is kind of moving sideways, right? Let's see. We're running out of this bearish fuel. Overall, we're still pretty bullish. We haven't broken a higher low yet. So we're most likely going to continue higher. We're most likely going to keep going higher. How do we know that? Well, we know that because we're running out of this bearish fuel. We had a lot of it kind of get used up right here. And then we only have a little bit now. And now, actually, if we see this kind of bullish fuel here take over, we know we're going to keep going higher. So what we'll most likely see is price do this. I bet you I'll be able to predict exactly what's going to happen. Because we'll probably see price kind of hang out here a little bit, maybe come down here to grab a little bit more fuel, and then we'll probably have price launch up, probably to this high right here. Okay, so price is now starting to come down like I was saying here. So now it'll probably come to this low again here maybe. Right about here, we'll start to see some of that bearish momentum wear off, and then we'll probably see a big push up like this. So if we do want to take a scalp like that, we could do something like that. So the only way I'll take this trade is when price turns red on the MACD, and then when we start to see that momentum wear out, then I'll take a buy. Because like I said, we want to take these buys as we see the bearish momentum wear out if we're trying to take a bullish trade. So we're going to want to see some of that bearish momentum first, and then we'll want to see it wear out. So that way we can take a trade up into our take profit. Okay, so we're at a really optimal point where we want the price to be. I looked at some volume profile right here, so I know price should come down here. Actually, I have a whole video about that in my private VIP membership. If you'd like to see that, join through my website. It'll be down in the description. So we're actually at a really optimal point to enter right here. We're going to go ahead and get ready to enter. So we are actually in the red of the MACD, and what is interesting is we're actually going to wait to see when this wears out of momentum. And the way we know that is when one of these candles closes below the last. That will actually be a more optimal time for us to enter. So when price is spiking down like this is actually really good for us because we know that it's pushing down into some liquidity. So this is really perfect. So we are going to go ahead here, get ready to take a trade. Probably going to do about $5 per pip. Cool. So now we just want to see some of this momentum wear out of the market, which we should start to see very soon. So yeah, like I said, this is perfect. We're losing momentum. As you can see, we had a lot of bearish momentum, a little bit, and now we're having even more, a little bit of momentum. So we're obviously running out of that bearish fuel, so then this is good because then the bullish fuel is getting bigger, right? We had a little bit, now we have even more. So we're assuming that the next one will have a lot more momentum to at least get us up to our target here. So what we do want to see is one of these close below the last ones, and that will indicate to us that we ran out of momentum, which will be a really good indication for us to enter the trade. So we're just going to go ahead, wait here to see that bearish momentum wear out. So if we see this bearish candle here close below, we will now know that we are running out of momentum, and that will be a perfect opportunity for us to enter. So we're just kind of waiting to see how this candle closes. Okay, we close below, so we're actually losing momentum. So we're going to go ahead and buy right now. So we did actually get in right there. And we will go ahead and sell our... So we're going to set our stop loss here, take profit here. We're also going to send this out to my VIP group so that way they can make some money off of this too. Taking a buy here. All right, so we just taken this trade and we'll be back in a bit. Okay, cool. So we just closed the trade. Closed it a little bit early. I think we closed it right about down here. And then it eventually went out. I just wanted to close a little bit earlier because we did hit a top of a trend here, but we still made some really easy money. And I actually just got a message from one of my VIP members. They also just made a easy 130 bucks, just like that. So like I said, you can easily make $100 to $500 a day trading. This person literally just sent me, they made 130 bucks. That was from my VIP signal. So anyways, just like that, it's really simple. As long as you follow the flow of the market, and you can learn all that, it just takes time. But like I said, just try to get the best entries you can. And but yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. If you want to join my VIP, I do have a whole entire course that will help you get an idea for this stuff too. So my link will be down in the description for that. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video.